Would you say that, especially when in the time that your father and mother grew up, it was a time that people didn't talk? It was a time that you just, keep calm, carry on.
Well, listen, when I brought my BAFTA to my mum's, she'll see I'm a writer. She'll be pleased with this. I went in, and I was like 12 again. I was just trembling because I could feel the atmosphere. The atmosphere was so cold and so dark. And I said, "What's up?" "Nothing's up." I said, "Well, something's up because you aren't right. What's wrong?" I said, "I've just brought my BAFTA to show you." "Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice, yes." And I said, "What's wrong?" Then it clicked. There'd been a news item on that day on the television, and the producer was talking about the fact that it was based on my brother's life. And I said, "Oh, is this to do with Natasha being on the telly?" She said, my dad goes, "Yes. We don't want our dirty washing done in public." I said, "It's not dirty washing, Dad." I said, "It's my brother." I said, "I'm not ashamed of him." My mum said, "Well, we are." Now, that's not putting them down. That's fear. That's fear talking. And I understood it, but I was trembling. So every time I've gone to make a film, Paul, I'm not dealing with just writing about, this is a film about a bouncer. This is a film about an alcoholic. I'm writing about stuff that none of my family want to see because they're frightened of looking at it. They're frightened of, all of them are. And I understand because I'm frightened of looking at it as well. And I'm frightened of looking at the fact that if I allow it, my wings will be clipped by family, by friends, by social pressures, by the mores. If I'm afraid, like I've written a book now called 99 Reasons to Forgive, and I'm talking about forgiveness. People don't want to hear about forgiveness. They don't want to hear that it's a panacea, that it's about letting it go and about giving over the anger. And they want to hold on to these things because it's a perception. It's what they know. So if you're going to write the truth, there's a lovely old saying. It says, when a writer's born into the family's dead. And it just basically means if he's a good writer, he wants to tell the truth. And he wants to tell the truth not to upset anybody, but to free them. Just before we made, I'll come on to it in a minute, but just before we made 3 sacks full of hats, and we got a great cast for this as well, I remember getting very, very anxious about it and just thinking, that lots of us being assailed by lots of voices again, lots of energies, lots of things trying to stop me from telling the truth. And they were saying, you've abandoned your family, you've sold your family out, and in the end, trying to talk you out of trying to talk me out of doing the film. So in the end, I could hear these voices and I was watching them. So I went straight to God and I said, "Look, I'm doing this film because I'm called to do it. I feel it's what you want me to do. You want me to talk about this and tell this story so it can help myself and help other people." I said, "If it's not what you want me to do, please give me a sign and I'll bin it. I'll sack it. I'm not interested in doing anything that doesn't serve you. Anything." This was the night before the shoot. And the next morning I woke up and I was in a meditation. And in my meditation, I was with my mum. Obviously, my biggest fear was that it would upset my mum. And this was felt like a mortal terror to me. So in the film, I was with my mum and I was holding her arms. I was just holding her arm like that. And I was so calm and compassionate. I said, "Mum, I'm just cleaning. I'm just cleaning, Mum. I'm cleaning for Ray because Ray couldn't clean. I'm cleaning for my dad because my dad couldn't clean. And I'm cleaning for you because I know it's difficult for you to clean. I'm cleaning for us and I'm doing it because God's asked me to do it." And she understood.
Wow.
Bump. And then I just went and did the film. And we had miracles on that film. There's all sorts of things happened. It was very, very metaphysical. So none of it's just about making a film. Most of it's about going, "Oh, I'm going to write this film. This is a good idea." And then you suddenly go, "Oh, what will so-and-so think? What will so-and-so think?" I remember a journalist saying to me once, "Do you use the C word in your films?" I said, "Well, only if it's called for, if the characters need it." He said, "I'm working with intellectuals that won't even entertain a film if it's got the C word." I said, "You're a journalist, aren't you?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll tell you what to do." I said, "Go around all your friends, your family, all your associates, pick all the words that they don't like." I said, "And see what you're left with. You'll be left with nothing. You'll have an empty page." I said, "I'm not writing to please people, and I'm not writing because I'm afraid of people. That doesn't mean I don't want to please people. It doesn't mean I'm not afraid. I'm both, but I'm going to do it anyway.